Hey y'all, welcome back to Groovy Vibes Farm. I got some kind of disappointing news, but we're going to mow the entire garden plot and put out a bunch of seed for clover as well as some red top millet and sunflowers. We're going to try to get the soil built up. We're still trying to get some wood chips out here for mulch to help build the soil. So far we just haven't had any luck finding a source for that, but yeah, nothing's really growing, so got a lot of seeds germinated, but just doesn't seem to be enough nutrients in the soil, which we were kind of afraid of that with all the sand, low organic matter. But yeah, we're just gonna have to start from scratch. We're waiting on compost that we've got going. It's in the works. Working on. I got a worm bin going, so eventually we'll have a pretty fertile stuff that we can work with. But yeah, for now I figured might as well quit wasting time watching stuff struggle. It's just it's not going to produce for us really, so this is the next best thing to do, is just work on getting it built up, and next year we should have a lot better luck. So let me give you a quick look real quick. So we're basically just all grass still for the most part. Got some radishes that are out here. This has been in the ground for a long time, the wasabi radish. It's just itty bitty. Everything is staying real small. Everything but the weeds. Let me show you some other stuff I got going on here, like here's a squash, just struggling. We got some decent amount of peas that came up, but they didn't do a whole lot. Here's one of the only purple bok choy I got to grow, and as you can see, it bolted really quick. It just wasn't really thrilled. And I seeded out this section here. You can see that's mulched with grass clippings. I seeded that pretty heavy twice now with the bok choy. I ended up with one plant, so. Got a squash over here, a butternut squash. Total lack of nitrogen you can see there with the yellow leaves. The sun's kind of throwing it off. There he goes, a better look. This butternut squash here, it's done the best, but mainly because I planted the whole squash cut in half right here, so it got to use itself basically as organic matter to feed itself. But in here you can see the one squash that we did have come up. It's just, it's small. Got one more trying to fruit here. I'm gonna leave it, just see what happens, but got some gladiolas here that seem to be pretty well established. Show you some okra I got going on down here. So this okra has been up for a long time. Itty bitty, teeny tiny. Now our blueberry bushes they're still alive, but wouldn't say they look happy. I believe this was some kind of cabbage here, maybe. Yeah, it looks like a cabbage leaf there, but it didn't produce any kind of head or even attempt to. It went straight to seed, which is just a sign of poor soil from what I've seen. Peach trees here, pretty droopy, pretty light green. Even the sunflowers are struggling, and that's saying something. I mean, they're less than 2 foot tall, so some more there. See if I can't find one of the older radishes. Here looks like a decent sized one. We'll see what it ended up producing there. That's probably the biggest radish I've seen out here. As you can see, it's already bolted. So it was pretty well done putting on root mass. It's actually probably not any good to eat anymore either, now that it's bolted. All these are bolted over here already. That one's already got a good amount of seed produced. But yeah, I know the techniques to build up the soil, so you know it's not all a loss. It's just a lot more time waiting around for developing the soil than I had hoped for. But hey, it wouldn't be fun if it was easy, honestly. So I get to try out a lot of the stuff I've studied over the years as far as building up soil and working with the biology to really get all that going. Here's a little patch of sunflowers we got. You might remember from one of our previous videos, this spinach I actually started in trays. I mean, it's been out here for a long time. It's still the size of shorter than my hand. Look at this little bitty thing. It's been in there for months now, I think. There just must not be much in here for them. As you can see, it's just a lot of sand. Hasn't rooted much past the plug that was put down in there. And it's pretty much the size of the plug that we started with.